1.4 billion people.
India, with a direct selling market of $3.2 billion, the fifth largest economy and the fastest growing one. It has a population where nearly 65% are younger than 35, and it is the world's second largest English-speaking country, with local communities all around the globe. Think globally, build locally.
Hi, good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I know we all really manage incredibly busy lives, and so your decision to dedicate this time to be here truly speaks a lot. It shows me that you guys are so open-minded, curious, and you really want to see what's happening and what's all this buzz about in India. So today we're going to find out more about Nu Skin and how Nu Skin is really not just a brand. It's got decades of history and it's a long-time global partner, trusted for its scientifically validated results and real-life experiences of people all over the world. And right now, the trajectory for India is absolutely thrilling. The current surge of interest in personal wellness, prioritizing self-care, and also building financial stability has created so much opportunity that we are ready to share. Now, tonight, we've got an inspiring speaker who spent 26 years mastering the complexities of the corporate world, serving in a regional IT management, in a very big MNC. And yet, despite all that success, he wasn't finished evolving. He explored many different paths and not settling until he saw the potential and the breakthrough opportunity that is in Nu Skin. And he didn't just switch his careers, he followed a vision of what's possible. So let's put our hands together and welcome Ron to share with us his insightful journey. Ron, over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Nikita. Hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Vanakkam, vanakkam, namaste also to you. Hi, my name is Ron Tan, and I'm dialing in from Kuala Lumpur. All right, so I think today at 9 p.m. IST, I'm sure you already had your dinner and all settled and ready to go, right? And I'd like to thank all of you for taking time off, as what Nikita mentioned, to come and join us to explore this fantastic Indian market opportunity that we have for you. All right. So perhaps just a brief introduction about myself. I stumbled upon Nu Skin, I think about 14 years ago. Here you go. Just a photo about on me and my wife. So that was me in 2011 when I was still working in a global MNC in the IT industry. I traveled quite widely in Southeast Asia as well as in South Asia and covered India region as well, right? And all the good food and all that, really put myself through not very good side of the health aspect, right? And we lost track of that, right? And actually, through a set of weight management program from Nu Skin, which I'm forever grateful to my sister-in-law who introduced me to it, saw us transform ourselves, right, into better health, right? And from that day, I sort of ventured and find out what else does Nu Skin has to offer, right? And then I was very happy to find out that Nu Skin is actually into the anti-aging industry, right? I'm not going to give you any points for guessing my age tonight, but I'm I'm over the years, so to speak, right? And it has definitely kept us feeling younger. Definitely kept us regain our health. Actually, that's more important, right? And I think from a health perspective, it's not only in Malaysia, right? I think globally, right? Especially all of you brothers and sisters, when you come and join us, the opportunity today is actually to be in the health, wellness, and the beauty industry, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about. So why we are so excited about India, I'm sure you all also know, right, that India being a 1.4 billion, 1.4 plus billion population and all that, and a very fast growing economy, it actually holds tremendous potential and actually an enormous potential as one of the largest untapped beauty and wellness markets in the world, right? And I think the market timing is right now especially there's a lot of Indians looking to try out, so to speak, right, or venture more proven products, more scientifically advanced product, more clinically proven products. So the demand of quality, the demand of research coming from the Indian market is exceptionally high, right? So these are some of the, I just want to share with you some of the market data that Nu Skin has done and also engaged some third party to do. And this is our snap view of India, right? It is a very young and ambitious market, right? If you look at the population, the median age is 28, right? So this young, health conscious generation, are more ambitious, are more aggressive in terms of seeking wellness solution, right? As compared to the older generation, right? And also I think today, I just heard news that India today is now the fourth largest economy in the world, right? Rather than being the fifth, and just recently overtaken Japan, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a lot of rising prosperity, right? So with rising income, urbanization, there's a growing trend towards spending on preventive health, spending on well-being, spending on wanting to look good, spending on wanting to have glowing skin, and all the goodness of youth, right? And there's also very good focus on prevention strategies, right? So there's a shift of more awareness of wanting to prevent rather than to seek medical cure, right? And that comes from primarily because India is a very young country. If you look at the data, the demographics data there, it showed that 910 million millennials and Gen Z combined, right? So that's a lot, right? A lot of young market, and which means they are very, very digitally native, so to speak, very, very experienced in social media, experience in e-commerce. Like, information is never out of reach, right? So whatever information that's available today with regards to health, with regards to wellness, with regards to technology, is never out of touch, right? So that's a very, very interesting market space, right? So having talked about all this, right, there are also trends that are sort of collected by third-party rating agencies, and they go and do surveys, right? They found out that actually 74% of Indians are okay with supplements, and they find that these are essential, right? Supplements are essential in their diet, and 69% of Indians do take supplements for immune support, right? And also with the rising prosperity, 63% of Indians are trying to lose weight, right? I think this losing weight phenomena is a global phenomena, and I think India is no exception, but it's relatively high, right? So this high demands on health, wellness, and well-being, right, essentially can be addressed in multiple ways, right? So through exercise, and also through what we call nutritional supplements, right? So this is the market that Nu Skin plays, right? So I think today our session here is basically to share with you what are the opportunity that the Nu Skin entry into India, what does it actually bring to friends like you, right? So I just thought I'd share a little bit of a background information, very, very pertinent data. So for example, that the supplements market is a very critical, or supplements is a very critical component of the wellness industry, right? And you look at it, right, the data over here, it shows 8.1% compounded annual growth rate from 2025 to 2030, which means every year it's growing at 8.1%. Right? So that means it's good. It's a progressive market. If you look again at another angle, the wellness market grew, right, from 150 crores in 2018 to 390 crores today, right? So that's substantial, and it's projected to grow even much more, up to about 600 or 700 crores by 2028. So looking at that market space, right, this market space is prime for a company like Nu Skin, correct or not? A company that's why Nu Skin made its entry to bring its offering of world-class supplements, world-class research, world-class clinical research, and so forth, right, into this market, right? And And because it brings into this market, and because the Nu Skin model of distribution is via network marketing, what it gives to you and all of us is there's an opportunity for us to distribute this market, right? And not only to be able to distribute in this market, right? The opportunity actually is for us to set up a nationwide India distribution model, right? A distribution franchises, so to speak, right? So today, when you're hearing about this opportunity, it means that you can own this distribution network, right? So we can build this distribution network throughout India, and you can be owner of it or own part of it, right? So as you can see, it is definitely an opportunity of a lifetime, right? As in anything else, right? I think it's not new. If you talk about products, like for example, you talk about iPhone, you talk about Samsung handphones and all that. If you are able to have a distributor ship, of course, it's big business, right? So it's the same thing, right? It's similar in the sense that we are bringing a branded product into India, and the opportunity is for all of you to distribute it, right? So now, perhaps I give you some insight of what kind of company are we talking about, right? Most of my friends, when they hear, oh, Ron, Nu Skin is coming in town. Oh, Nu Skin is in direct marketing. Nu Skin is in this and all that, right? So there could be some perception, but I want to give you some background about the company that is just started business in India. So for those of you who may not have heard of Nu Skin before, actually Nu Skin is a US company, right? Started from Provo, Utah. Currently, we are 41 years old, right? So I say we are 41 years old because I come from Malaysia. Nu Skin entered the Malaysian market space 24 years ago, right? So it's relatively a matured market space. Like for example, in India, you're probably 4 days old, right? So you can see, right, the potential that's going to come with Nu Skin, right? And we've been successful in over 50 countries, right? And we have $1 billion annual turnover. We are listed in the New York Stock Exchange. All right. Why I want to mention that is because there's a lot of transparency. There's a lot of, you can look at Nu Skin's annual report. You just Google and everything is there for you to take a look, right? So that's the good thing about the company. Also, the focus of the company is not into, some people will say, are you doing the direct sales, direct network marketing? Yes, that's our model of distribution. But the core strength of Nu Skin is into anti-aging research, right? And by doing that, we have 2 research centers, one in Provo, Utah, and another one in Shanghai, right? So what kind of research do we actually do, right? So we've spent millions into R&D investment, specifically into anti-aging, right? So if you look into all this, we have 75 plus in-house scientists, right? And we have 40 years of ingredient libraries. We've got 500 million data points, genetic data points. So the research that we do basically is at the genetic level. So the science is actually called epigenetics, or the science of gene expressions, right? So how did Nu Skin get into it is by purchasing, or we acquired a company called LifeGen Technologies, who happen to be a genomic company that does research at the genetic level. So we acquired that, I think, a few years ago, quite a number of years ago. And from that, we have 500 million genetic data points. So what that translates into is that we have a huge database at the genetic level that we can do a lot of R&D and produce products. Okay, so our investment in R&D is also into India. Is also we just completed a massive investment, I think about 200 million worth, into a infrastructure or IT infrastructure with a company called Infosys. Right, Infosys is a well-renowned IT company in India. And the reason why we do this is we want to create a IT infrastructure, a human-centric e-commerce platform where the Indian market can run on, right? So everything that we're going to be doing into India will be based on digital, right? It's going to be a digital approach, and we have an Indian partner to work with. Okay, so that's a little bit of a background of the company. So I think it's important for you to know about the company, about the product, and how can you actually make money by associating yourself with Nu Skin. Okay, so now let's go into the product per se. So the product that we say is, of course, we're in supplements, but and we are also in research at the genetic level. So with the supplements that we're talking about is not the normal vitamin, multivitamin, minerals, and all that. Those are our basic vitamins, yes. But the research we're doing is providing supplementation at the genetic level. All right. So the science behind that is called ageLOC, right? So ageLOC is our science or our study, our research into genetic expression. All right. So you can find more information about this by Googling it, by going to YouTube. In fact, I will tell you a little bit more about two very interesting videos. We will give you insights about the genetic research that we do, right? But basically, Nu Skin ageLOC is looking at the source of aging, right? Why do we as human age and how do we age? What are the causes of the aging, right? So we are not looking at handling just our signs of aging, the symptoms of aging, and so forth. We're looking at, because we used to be young, right? Our body used to be young, but as age progress, a lot of aging symptoms come up, right? So the science is to look at, is it possible to reverse this symptom, right? And the answer to that is yes, with our ageLOC technology, right? So obviously, with that kind of research, right, we need scientists, right? So that's a very obvious statement. And we currently have 75 scientists working in our Provo, Utah lab, as well as our Shanghai, China lab. We also have what we call a world-class scientific advisory board, right? Which means that we communicate to scientific experts around the world. And some of these experts can be world-renowned experts in their particular field, and they could be from various world-renowned universities and all that, which sits on the scientific advisory board of Nu Skin, which advises the scientists at Nu Skin on where should they be heading with regards to the next generation research and development. Okay, so as you can see, what I've spoken to you about, Nu Skin is really, really a technology, a science-based company. We do a lot of research, and this slide that you see over here tells you that our science was featured in Discovery Channel, not once, but twice, right? So talk to your friend who introduced you to Nu Skin, ask for those YouTube videos. I think one came out in 2012 and the other one came out a couple of years ago. So they will talk about, the science of aging, the science of epigenetics, and how, gene expression has progressed so much that we can actually help us to slow down the aging process. So this is really, really exciting stuff, right? And these are the stuff that we are bringing into India, right? These are the stuff that we're bringing into India. Okay, so one of the key philosophy I want to tell you about also is the product philosophy that we have for the skincare, especially our skincare, is all of the good, none of the bad. So what this philosophy means is all the ingredients that you see in the Nu Skin products, they are all good and they only contain skin beneficial ingredients. So you won't find any of those harsh ingredients like alcohol, soap, mineral oil that can be very harmful to our skin, right? So you'll never find that, right? So it's only very, very good products. So that's product on the philosophy on our products, especially on the skincare. And we also have what we call wellness supplements products. And these supplements products are 100% all provided by nature, right? And of course, the efficacy, the effectiveness is all proven by science, which means we do a lot of clinical research, we do a lot of R&D research, to talk about the benefits of the product and to prove it through science, right? So we have a very stringent, what we call 6S quality. Okay, so especially when you talk about things that we want to put inside our body, we have to make sure that it's safe, right? And because we're a public listed company, we cannot afford even the smallest thing that will impact our image, our branding, so forth, right? So the 6S primarily consists of the selection process, selection of ingredients, the sourcing of these ingredients, the specification, standardization, safety, and substantiation. So it's a very rigorous, right? So as a result, these are the products that you have. Currently in Malaysia, which we have been open for 24 years, we've got about 300 plus SKUs, which we've got quite a lot of products, right? From head to toe, from our skin, our supplement and all that. But we're going to be, over time, progressively introduce this into India as well. So what are we going to bring into India first? Right, so we're going to do a two-pronged strategy. We're going to bring the products from wellness as well as from beauty aspect, right? So let me talk about the beauty first, right? Because you know, in India, there's a lot of demand also for beauty products. So the beauty products, we are very focused on salon-based professional skincare, and we're targeting salon-based, and also this will be available for home use. But our key criteria or our star for products in that area are our devices, right? Namely our LumiSpa device as well as our Galvanic Spa device. And these devices are voted #1 beauty device globally for the last 6 to 7 years, right? So these are the products that you're going to get into India, right? So isn't it exciting? And not only that, you will have the capability, or you have the opportunity to distribute these products, right? So that's very fantastic, right? So from a wellness perspective, we're going to come up with two very interesting products. #1 is our nutrition kit, and another one is our weight management program, which I'll tell you a little bit. But we'll also be launching a very interesting health monitoring device, which I'll also tell you a little bit shortly. But let me jump into the skincare first. So this is the range of products that's going to come into India, right? So I think by middle of next month, you will probably be seeing the LumiSpa and the Galvanic Spa hitting the Indian shores, right? So this product was rated world's #1. Okay, world's #1 product for beauty and wellness device systems, right? And I always tell my friends, you know, you are going to get this in India and you're going to be able to distribute this, right? So you imagine, right? I always say that, hey, what's #1 in phones kind of thing, right? Or is it Samsung, or is it Apple, right? Imagine if you have the right to distribute it. Of course, there's a big opportunity, right? So you will have the right to distribute this product. So what is so fantastic about the LumiSpa? The LumiSpa is something that's very, very good. Otherwise, it won't be rated #1. So 2 minutes daily, it will clean your skin, right? Instead of just using your hand to wash, it can exfoliate your skin with this, what do you call that, silicone head. And through that, you will get very clear skin, very soft, very radiant, very smooth, and use over time. You will have enhanced collagen production. You'll also be able to reduce pore appearance, right? So what that means is you will look better, you will look good for your skin, right? So all you need to do is just use 2 minutes twice daily. I'm sure the environment in India is, you know, if you use this kind of device, a lot of people will have glowing skin, right? So that's the fantastic. And I'm going to run through a quick video to show you how it works. There you go, the video on the LumiSpa, and I hope you saw the demo of cleansing the skin or the orange skin using a hand as well as with the LumiSpa. So what the LumiSpa basically do is it gives you deep cleansing, right? Why is that so important in our skincare regime? It's because, right, whenever our skin is clean, we get rid of all our dead skins and all that. So whatever skincare that we apply on it, right, the absorption is definitely a lot better, right? So that's why the proper cleansing is so important, right? So we will also be introducing the Lumis, the Galvanic Spa, which will also, with the brightening serum, will also give you a glow, right? So that's also coming. Now, switching gear a little bit, talking about supplements, right? So what Nu Skin has done also is we've done research and looked at the Indian diet. We've ran quite an extensive research, and we find out exactly what are the nutrients that is lacking in the Indian diet, right? And with these life pack elements, the objective is to bridge the gap so that you become more healthy. Like, for example, it could be lack of folate, lack of riboflavin or vitamin B6, right? But with life pack elements, you should be able to have the right amount that's needed. Okay? Now, nutrient deficiency will definitely impact our quality of life, right? I think through scientific research and all that, right? Our heart health, our skin, our immune, our brain, all of that is depending on sufficient nutrient in our diet, right? So that's why nutrient supplementation is very important, right? Now, the next question will be, some of you could be saying, hey, why do you think I need supplements, right? I'm fine without supplements for so long, right? For example, some could be saying, right? And some people could be saying, hey, how would I know what supplements should I take, right? And then also a question will be, if I take those supplements, how do I know they actually work, right? So these are all valid questions posed by customers all over the world, right? So I think all of us deserve to know, right, whether the supplements we take actually work and whether we know it works or not, right? So one way to do that is we measure, right? We measure, or what we call, we scan our skin carotenoid, right? So we have a device, right? In 2025, we'll be launching a device called the Prism IO. Okay, so this Prism IO is brand new. It's going to be brand new throughout the world. So we are so excited to wait for its arrival in Malaysia as well, right? So what does this Prism IO do? In 15 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, when you put your finger on the device, right, it will be able to reflect and tell you the state of your nutritional health, right? So you'll be able to know how healthy you are, what kind of supplements you are taking, and upon recommendation by the Nu Skin representative, you will also be able to monitor whether these supplements actually increases your nutritional score or not, right? So you're going to have a device to measure. I think the state of monitoring health is not new. A lot of people do high blood pressure check, diabetes or blood sugar check, right? So here we have a device that will measure your skin carotenoid, or what we call our antioxidant health for our body, right? So that's very exciting. So we take the guesswork out from our equation on whether we need supplements or not, or whether the supplements work or not, right? So again, you will have the opportunity to distribute this, right? So isn't it great? So the Prism IO basically uses a technology called the Raman effect, which was created or was discovered by an Indian scientist by the name of C.V. Raman. I think till today, right, you all celebrate a National Science Day in remembrance of Mr. C.V. Raman here. So that's precisely the technology that's been used in our scanner devices, right? So Nu Skin's adventure in having all of this scanner is not new. It has been over 20 years, right? So if you look at the big device on your left, it's our S1. And the one in the middle is our S2. The one in the third is our S3. And now the one that's holding on the palm hands is our fourth generation, and we call it the Prism IO. So you can sort of liken it to a mobile phone evolvement over the years, right? So a lot of mobile phones at that point in time become smaller and smaller and smaller, and until we have the phone that we have right now, right? It's so modern, it can do so many things, right? So likewise, the Prism IO can also do similarly, right? So we can also monitor the skin carotenoid score. We also can monitor whether our nutritional health can be improved and so forth, right? Yeah, basically that's what we have in offering for our wellness. Now, on top of that, right, as I mentioned just now, obesity is definitely a challenge in many countries, in a lot of countries, and India is also similar, right? So I think there's also a lot of initiative on your side, on the government side, to sort of address this obesity issue because it's definitely it's a problem for a lot of health, right? So what we have to offer, right? Our offering is what we call our TRME offering, which is a weight management program. So we're going to bring this into India in January. So this weight management program, again, is not new. It has been in Malaysia, and we have been number one in Malaysia for the last 9 consecutive years. So whichever weight management program that you know of that is world renowned or whatever, we've beat them. So to let you know, right? And this is very interesting because this rating is done by a third party agency called Euromonitor. So they rank us as number one in Malaysia for the last 9 consecutive years. Number one in Singapore for the last 8 consecutive years, and also in South Korea for the last 3 consecutive years. So again, this is coming into India in January, right? So we're so excited, right? So these are some of the testimonials that you can see. Obviously, being number one for the 9 consecutive years, we have thousands and thousands of testimonials, too many to show, right? And this will also happen in India, right? So we believe in bringing the best into the Indian market. And also, you have the opportunity to distribute this product. Okay, so I've described to you very briefly the company, we described to you the products that's going to bring. The third question is, Ron, if I were to distribute this, how much will I get paid for? Is it worth my time, right? How should I do it, right? So we follow a network marketing model, distribution, right, which has been proven to be very effective and very rewarding for the distributor, right? So what Nu Skin does is Nu Skin is the principal. They do all the manufacturing and all that, and then we become the distributors for Nu Skin. So we obviously have a proven methodology, and we share with you that we can do it as simple as 1, 2, 3. Number one is all of us start off become a user first. Whether we take skincare, wellness, or whatever, we become a testimonial first. The second step we do is we introduce to 2 of our family members, right? And then number 3, we share with 3 of our friends in the community. So this is a model, right? You can do more than this, right? But the whole objective of this is distribution franchise, right? So you think about it, right? If you can have multiple franchises throughout India, and you are the one who initiated and you build this, right? Obviously, the return is going to be very, very rewarding, right? So for example, in this case, you start off in your community, you build, and you look for 5 people who want to do the business together with you. You could have 10, 20, 30 customers. Not everyone will want to do the business, but if you can find 5 to do with you, and then you duplicate that 5, it becomes 25. Obviously, there's some methodology, there's some training, there's some method to do that, which I'll describe to you, but the plan that Nu Skin will pay us is what we call 6 levels deep. So as we duplicate 6 levels deep, Nu Skin will pay us 5% throughout this level. So potentially at 6 levels deep, at duplication of 5, you probably have 20,000 brand reps in your organization. Right? This will take you some time, right? But with a turnover per brand rep or per franchise of 2 lakhs revenue, right? Potentially you're looking at 6 levels, earning passive income of 2 crores per month, right? That's not a small number, right? So obviously that's also a very attractive number, right? So if you look at a 3-layer example, so with 155 business partners doing 2 lakhs of turnover at a 5% overriding, you're looking at 15.5 lakhs per month. So which is also very, very good income. So with this kind of opportunity to distribute products and with this kind of reward systems, obviously you can see that it's going to change a lot of people's life in India. And you could be the person who initiated all of this. right? So that's really, really something really fantastic. We've got track record because Nu Skin is a 41-year-old company. They have created 1,939 millionaires, USD millionaires in the world, right? And the figures keep going up, right? And I think, in the years ahead, we're going to add to that number millionaires from India as well, right? So now, what is this platform that allows us to make this kind of income? Right. So this platform basically is what we call a network marketing model. And this network marketing model is a fantastic model because it gives you a collaboration platform between Nu Skin as a principal, as well as us, a group of distributors. So there's a level of collaboration between. So for us, we have zero risk, right? So in this business of bringing Nu Skin into India, the Nu Skin company bears a lot of risks with regards to setting up the company and so forth, right? But on the distributor side, we have zero risk because all we do later, I will show you, is just to distribute the product and also share the business the business information, right? So because we are so new, right, there is unlimited income potential because the Indian market is so huge, right? So there's also unlimited income potential. Right. So if you think about it, right, if you want to look at something that's going to be worthwhile going forward, right, I think it's worth to consider distributing this product in the years ahead, right? And because we are a 41-year-old company, because we are a New York Stock Exchange public listed company, because we have gained successes in 50 countries, I think the long-term future in India will definitely be very, very bright. Okay, and through that, you'll be able to have good, sustainable, passive income, right? Here again tells you what are the things that our partner do and what are the things that we do. So today, I'm just introducing this to you, and you may ask, Ron, what do I need to do? How much stocks do I have to buy? Zero. You only buy what you need to use for yourself. As I've shown you, number one is you start off with you as a user and you make yourself a testimonial. Okay, maybe when a weight management product comes in, you buy a set and you take it and you transform yourself to the best you possible, right? Or maybe when the supplements come out, you buy the device and you test. You got to make sure that you are always your health is always improving. So that's what we do. We use the product and we share the products. Now, some of our friends inside our community may want to do the business, right? Some won't. It's okay. But for those that want to do the business, we share the business opportunities with them and let them grow together with Nu Skin, right? So these are all the things that you see that Nu Skin will do. And in India, everything will be shipped out from Nu Skin India, right? So they will have warehouses throughout India, and then they also have a stipulated delivery period. Whenever you order online, they'll tell you probably in a week you will get your products on your doorstep, at your doorstep. Okay, now having talked about the company, talk about the products, talk about the plan composition and the wonderful platform that we have, you may say, I don't know how to do this business. How do I actually do? So that's where we come in, right? I come from a group called Success Together. We have been running this business for the last 25 years, and we've got a lot of expertise, right? And we want to bring this and share this expertise with you, right? We want to bring this into India. We've got loads and loads of business support tools. We've got very capable coaching from our leaders, and we run a lot of events. Like this tonight is an event from Success Together. And we also run conventions that we have where we gather a lot of all our distributors who are global, and we share information and successes with each other, right? We also have what we call a success roadmap. This is what we call our Success Together University, right? So if you have no knowledge on how do you do this business, don't worry. All that is required is a strong will to succeed and a willingness to learn and be coachable, right? And then you learn how to do it, and we will teach you how to do it, right? So basically what we are looking for at this stage is to duplicate this system into India, right? So definitely, right? So when you talk about this kind of duplication, whoever is the first early bird in India you can see the advantage, right? So I urge you, ladies and gentlemen, come on board, right? Learn the system. Be the first leader in India, right? Be the first leader, work together with us, bring this system in India and develop the market. Nu Skin product is not new. Nu Skin is 41-year-old company. They're in many countries, 50 countries, in Malaysia for 25 years. So it's a very mature. Give yourself 5, 10 years in India. It will be very mature as well. And you will be the one who will be gaining a lot by setting up this distribution network. So what do you do now? Number one is start with the business bundle today. Nu Skin have already launched. Talk to your friend who brought you here. Look at what the products that you can start first, right? Number one. Number two, gain founder status, because this is a stage before the official opening in middle of next year. This is a stage where Nu Skin is looking to for you to become a founder to help grow the market. And by being a founder, you get double your commission level for this limited period. So if I were you, right, I would definitely jump on the bandwagon right now. Even if I don't know how to do the business right, someone will teach you, right? So when you're in our Success Together family, we will definitely make sure that you succeed as well, right? That's why we call ourselves Success Together, all right? So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for your time, for listening to me. I think I wish you all the best and every success. I will urge you to quickly get started and join us on this fantastic journey ahead. Thank you very much. This is Ron Tan signing off from Kuala Lumpur. Over to you, Nikita. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Ron. You're so full of wisdom, and whatever you explained was extremely clear and motivating. I don't know about every one of you, but I'm exceptionally excited about this lifetime opportunity. So with that, we'd like to conclude tonight's call. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this call tonight. It's really wonderful seeing the passion and, so much of energy that is driving our Nu Skin community forward. We've already kickstarted the launches in Ahmedabad as well as Mumbai today, and it's going to get really, really exciting. So ladies and gentlemen, please don't wait. Let's take action and start building your Indian franchise today. Thank you so much. Good night.